So hello everyone. I hope you already did the basic configuration. In our step, the first step is basic configuration, like configuring the lab, giving the IP on SMS and gateway, and installing the services, and configuring the interface and our static route. So this is our SMS and this is our gateway. I already configured the interface and static route. So we have to move on our next step. So our the next step is access SMS to smart console. So we have to access SMS to smart console. So I already did it. I'm accessing our SMS through smart console. Now we are going to move on. Our next step is third step. Add gateway in SMS using smart console. I know you already know how to add gateway in SMS using smart console. So I'm going to do that same thing. Select this option, go to gateway, select the wizard mode and give the name of your gateway. So I'm giving the name is CP Gateway 1 and this is our open server and the IP of our gateway 192.168.100.200. Next, so next option we have to give activation key. Activation key required for SIG communication. SIG is basically checkpoint secured internal communication between SMS and gateway. So I have to provide activation key. During the installation, we give the activation key. So trust is built now, and we have these three interface on gateway. Close and untick this option and finish. So our gateway is now at. Now we are moving on the next step. So the next step is add the trial license on gateway. For the activation of blade, blade is this. You can see here what kind of blade we have to use. So here the first blade is firewall, but we are going to in our next upcoming lab we have to use this blade. So for using this blade we have to activate our gateway. So first of all we have to publish because whenever you do anything in SMS, so smart console, we have to save the config. For configuration save, you have to publish. After the publish, we have to assign license on gateway. It's taking few seconds. So wait for. So click here. Go to manage license and package. Press OK. Select yes. Press OK. And here select the license and contact. Select your gateway. Right click. Get the license. So our gateway, get the license, wait for this is license. So cut this option and our gateway is license. Now we have to configure next step. So the next step is configure the gateway interface in different role. So our gateway has a three interface. First interface is Ethernet 0. It should be management zone. And the second interface is Ethernet 1 outside because if this interface is going to internet. So this is outside zone and this is Ethernet 2. This is inside zone. So we have to configure three interface with three different zones. So we have to double click on our gateway. Now select the network management and there is a three interface Ethernet 0 in our management zone. So double click here, select modify, specify the security zone, create new zone. I'm giving this name management management zone, press OK, select OK, press OK. Now this is our internet zone. So this is our outside zone. Double click, you see this to internet. Modify option, specify zone. I'm going to create new zone. This is our outside zone. Give the name outside. Press OK, then press OK, then press OK. Now the third interface is our inside. This is LAN IP. So LAN IP is our inside zone. Double click, modify, specify the zone, select the new option, give the name inside and press OK. Then press OK, then press OK and select OK. Now this step is done. We have to publish the changes. Select the publish and publish the change. Now we are moving the next step. In next step, we have to configure network object and host object. So I'm going to back to the left. This is our first network object. This is our second network object. This is our third network object, and this is our fourth network object. So we have to configure this network object. So I'm going to create network object. But go back to our smart console. Select this option. You select the network. First network is our management network. So I'm giving the name is management and the IP 192.168.100.0/24 192.168.100.0 and the subnet mask is 255.255.0. First network object is created. Now we have to create another. This is our LAN network. So I'm giving the name is LAN and the LAN IP 10.10.10.0/24 network address is 10.10.10.0 and the subnet mask for class C 255.255.0. I don't want to net two whole networks, so I don't have to click created the net. In our upcoming lab, we can do this, but right now I'm not going to net our IP. So click OK, and now we have to create for our WAN network. So our WAN network IP is 192.168.1.0/24. Give the network address here 198.1.0 and the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Press OK. And our for branch network. So select network and for branch. So I'm giving the branch LAN. So this is our branch LAN. I'm just giving the branch LAN and the IP for branch LAN is 172.16.10.0 and the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Press OK. So our network object is created. Press yes and we have to select give the network object. So here is our network object. LAN, management and WAN. And this is our branch name. You can see here. Now we have to create host object. So in our topology, there is a four host. This is our my first host management PC. This is our PC1, PC2, and PC3. So there is a four host object. We have to configure. So back to Smart Console. Select the new. Select the host. This is our management PC. So give the name management PC. And now I'm going to give the IP. So IP is 192.168.100.1. Press OK. So this is our management PC. Now we have to configure other three PCs. PC1. In my PC1, I want to connect for internet. So this is my PC1 IP and I want to connect to internet. So I'm going to net this IP. Select and hide behind the gateway. Which gateway? CP gateway 1. Press OK. Now the next two objects. PC2, give the name PC2, and the PC2 IP is 10.10.10.20. I don't want to access internet on the PC2, so I don't give any network translation. Press OK. Now we have to configure for our branch office PC. So branch office PC is PC3. So I'm going to if the IP is 172.16.10.10. For net, right now we don't have configured branch office firewall, so we are going to configure in later part of the video. So press OK. Just publish the changes we are made, and now we are moving on the other steps. Number step 7. Allow ICMP ping from management PC, PC1 and PC to our main gateway. So we have to allow ping from our PC and management PC. To check the connectivity, our packet is going through router or not. So we have to allow ping. So right now I'm going to ping our gateway through command line, our physical PC. So open command line, type cmd and ping. So I'm typing 192.168.100.200 for continuous ping space hyphen t. Press hyphen t for continuous ping. So right now our system could not ping to gateway. It's because our ping request is not accepted by our firewall. I'm going to do the same for our PC1. So I'm going to on this PC1 and check this is going to ping or not to gateway. So I have to double click and keep this file. Just open, select the connect, click the OK option, and I'm going to check this is pinging or not. So this is our my PC one, and I am going to access so command run the terminal option and type here ping 10 dot sorry 10.10 dot for this the gateway IP should be 10.10.200. So I have to give here 10.10.200. So I'm going to expand this now. Wait for a minute. I'm going to increase the size. So you can see 10.10.10.200 hyphen T, I guess. So no, this option is not available. So I just type 10.10.200 and start ping. So it's not pinging right now. You can see destination unreachable because we have to configure a rule for ping. In our topology, we have to allow ping RCMP. So I'm going to configure through a smart console. So go to here, go to global properties because ping is allowed through global properties. Accept the ICMP request and log implied to. So we have to check the log. So we have to pick this option. Press OK. Now install this policy. After installation this policy, our management PC or PC1 should ping our gateway. So I'm going to install this policy. Press install option. Now we have to wait for installation of the policy, and after installation we can check our gateways should be pinged through our management PC. So policy is installing right now. I'm waiting for installation of policy for this second mode. Is taking more minute. We have to wait. Now you can check our policy is installed successfully and our system can ping to gateway. I'm going to access our PC1, and in PC1 we have to wait for this. It should be ping. I have to control C and check what IP I did ping 10.10.200 and wait for a minute and give the gateway. No, our PC1 could not ping. Oh, I understand why this is not ping. Because I did not act on our switch. So we have to on our this switch. So that's why our packet did not go through our switch to the firewall. So after this option, our PC should be pinged to the gateway. So after, so I'm going to move the next step. So the next step is allow management PC to access gateway through the web browser. So right now I cannot access our gateway through web browser using management PC. So, so for this, I'm going to show you. This is our management PC, and this is our my gateway. So I'm going to refresh this option, and I cannot access web console. You can see if I refresh this, and I cannot access. And if I give I username admin and the password thing 88321, I could not access because this page is not available. So why this is not available? Because our gateway by default deny this traffic, HTTP traffic request from the management PC. So we have to allow. So we have to allow management PC to access gateway through web browser. So we have to create our first rule in security policy. Right now you can see our PC1 start pinging because switch is off and I'm on the switch. Then our PC is getting ping gateway. So minimize this option and we have to allow management PC to access gateway through the web browser. So I'm going to create a policy. Go to security policy option. Now by default everything is denied. So we have to configure a rule for management PC to going gateway. So we have to create the rule. The rule should be above from cleanup rule. So I'm going to right click, select the above and give the name. I'm giving the name is management PC to to gateway. Now select the source. So select source should be our management PC because we only allow to access through management PC. So we have to select source only management PC. Where destination is our gateway. So select the gateway and services. So we have to access our gateway through HTTPS and I'm going to access through SSS. So I have to allow SSS because I want to access through SSS to giving command through command line. And action should be accept. We have to track the log report and policy target install on gateway 1. So this is our first policy. Now we have to install this policy. After installation of this policy, we can access our gateway through management PC using web console. So wait for installation of this policy. After this installation of this policy, we are going to configure our branch gateway. So in this video, I'm going to configure this only. In next video, our second video, I'm going to configure branch gateway. Then we are going to add branch gateway through SMS. So we have to configure a static route from SMS to gateway. So in this video, we only did this portion. We have to wait for installation of policy, then we are going to access through web console. So policy is installed successfully, and now we are going to our browser and refresh this page. Continue, and you can see this option is now available, and we are accessing our gateway through web browser. We have to wait to see the result. Now you see that our gateway is accessible, and only one blade is activated, and other blade is activated through SMS. So this is our steps. Now in second video, we are going to configure our branch gateway. So in my next video, I'm going to configure branch gateway and configure a static route to branch gateway to our SMS, and then we are going to add branch gateway into SMS. So hopefully you are done this practical. Then we are going to move